Hello, 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 it's Wogawell and I'm back with episode 2 of quality content. You thought you got rid of me already, but you fucking didn't. This is episode 2 and we're playing Mobile Suit Gundam Japanese nonsense game that came out the other day for free. But that's not why we're here, of course. We're here to listen to some interesting stuff. Starting with this game, for some reason I was looking through the store yesterday. I bought Niflheim. It was only like 12 quid and it's actually quite a really good game. And I saw this game was free and I was like, oh, you know, free games can't be that bad. This game is a fucking atrocity. It really is. This is criminal. It shouldn't exist. And we're going to play it while I chat shit to you guys. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the last video. You know, I got loads of feedback, all those 15 views. But we're going to keep going. I mean, 15 views is better than I expected. I thought maybe it was going to be like 2 or 3 views. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to keep uploading these videos. Hab doesn't believe me, but I believe in myself, and I think everyone else believes in me too. So if I just keep getting these videos out, the idea is that if I have 1,000 videos by the end of by the end of the week, which is the goal, obviously not, that there'll be so many videos that will clog up YouTube. And you won't be able to go anywhere without seeing my video on the recommended list. I'm going to break the algorithm by just uploading as many fucking videos as possible. So anyway, going by last week, I was going to say last week because that's what I'm used to, but the other day's video, I have a question from one of my loyal fans, Mr. Hab, and he asks me, am I planning on getting the new Call of Duty? I think anyone and their mother is going to get the new Call of Duty because it's got crossplay, so it's going to be sort of a generalist game. That everyone should have, because you can play with your Xbox buddies, your PC buddies, and you can, you know, cross-play all that crap. I'm surprised that more games don't, you know, have that. I think it needs to be a standard these days. I think the console wars are over. I think they've kind of teetered into nothing, and at the moment we kind of, everyone's got their console, they're stuck with it. You're not going to get me on Xbox, you're not going to get me on PC, and you're not going to get many of the other people who are already on Xbox, PC, PlayStation to switch their allegiance as of now. So let's all just work together and make good games that we can all play. And Modern Warfare definitely looks like that kind of game. So I'm definitely going to be getting it, and potentially any other game that comes on down the line, because my brother and my cousin both have Xboxes and PCs. And I'll be able to play with them if I get Modern Warfare, which is, I played Rocket League with them while they were on Xbox, and honestly, crossplay is like, obviously you're both literally playing the same game, but you'd always assume that crossplay might come with its, you know, with its issues. It really hasn't for me. It's been really enjoyable, really good. Even the voice chat's really good. But what I was thinking, and I was wow, this game is brilliant. What I was thinking, and when I was playing with my cousin and my brother, why hasn't the company picked up the idea of crossplay and sort of adapted, sort of, I can't remember, if you look at the PS2, they had an independent company dealing with the online when it first came out. Why doesn't the new company form up that kind of caters for this kind of thing and has the servers for crossplay and calls them something like, you know, AnyPlay or some weird shit like that? I don't even know what the name would be, but a company that focuses on doing the crossplay stuff for sort of game companies out there now. So let's say, for example, Fallout, or that's a really bad example because that game is a fucking mess. But I'm not sure, like Borderlands would continue making their game on release. They develop it, get it all done, and in the background a company would be dealing with the cross-play functionality and any support issues that happen when the game's been released. They could go through that company, and it would be no overhead on the companies releasing their games apart from paying that other company to you know, sort of incorporate cross-platform play for them. And I think that would be a really good idea. I think that's the future of gaming at the moment, because like I said, you're not going to win new fans on old consoles that have been around. We've kind of made up our mind by this point. At least that's my opinion. So I think with Modern Warfare being such a big name, I'm really excited and really happy that they've finally, you know, done this kind of thing to such a grand scale. It's impressive, and it's very promising for the future because it saves people a lot of money, instead of buying the same console as their buddy. Buying the same console as their buddy and kind of I don't even know how to deal with that. That's never happened before. But yeah, buying the same console as their buddy and then you know, being forced to get a console maybe they're not a big fan of. But I think it's a good step in the right direction, and I hope many other companies do the same thing, because it's going to mean that, you know, you have a wide variety of different play styles, different people, and maybe if it's sort of a niche thing, which I don't think it will be, but if it is a sort of niche thing, they don't realize that so many people have sort of families, friends that have multiple consoles that are itching to play with each other, but are just like, yeah, fuck it, I haven't spoke to this guy in over like 4 or 5 years because he's got an Xbox, I've got a PlayStation, and that's kind of the end of it. But this will literally, you know, rekindle friendships and build big, you know, big future gaming things for all of us, which is fantastic. It's a really good advancement in the world of gaming, and I'm very impressed. So definitely, to answer your question, Hab, that's a definite yes from me. Simply on the fact that it's got crossplay, and it's a game that you can just pick up, especially a game like Modern Warfare. You can just pick up whenever you feel like it, and just play it. You know, it's really good. Very impressed. So yeah, to your question, or if your statement that I wasn't going to do these every day, I'm going to try every day, like I said. But every 2 days would be my target. Maybe obviously with other things going on, it's a bit difficult. But it's not. The idea isn't to do this instead of what I normally do. The idea with this is to actually have something ongoing in the background, and I'll probably get a few of these videos. What I should have done with my last video, because it was a bit long, is cut it in two and uploaded 2 different ones at different times. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have sort of maybe a backlog. I'm going to get buff here. There we go. I'm going to get sort of a bunch of these videos to upload them over time in the background along with my other videos that I have. They're still going to be the main channel. So if you're watching this now and this isn't what you're into, if you're not interested in sort of me as a person, which, you know, I don't blame you. But if you're not interested in what I do here, that's perfectly fine. Ignore these videos. These aren't part of my canon storyline, I guess, but it's just something I can do to keep uploading, keep things fresh. Because I think one of the biggest problems I had was when I had, as some of you may not know, I had a seizure quite a while back now, and I was off uploading for, I think it was 3 or 4 months, maybe even a bit longer. I'm not saying that if I had a backlog of videos I would have been uploading them, but it did kind of show that audience retention is a very difficult thing to keep, and it's something I did want to keep, because when I went back to uploading I kind of lost everything in terms of my regular viewership, which is unfortunate. But things like that kind of make you think that people are interested. It's just if you don't upload for a while, then people aren't going to keep their interest in what you're doing, which is completely understandable, because I've got channels that I've probably stopped watching that are re-uploading now. This guy's going to fuck me up. No, he's not. I'm going to get him one more shot and this guy's fucked. There's channels I used to love to watch, and even though they're now re-uploading their videos recently and they're back in action again over, you know, something's happened with them, or, you know, come on, finish him, finish him, finish him. No, no. Time out. Okay, anyway, you don't feel the connection because you haven't had a long-standing sort of communication with that person or with that YouTube content creator. And it is, I do understand. Send praise to no, I'm not going to send praise to anyone. That was shit. I didn't even get graded. I won against my rival. Okay. But yeah, this game is fucking trash. It's free. Obviously, you can't go wrong with free, but this is fucking trash. Maybe I'm playing it wrong, but I think it's trash. But yeah, it's difficult, so that's why I'm doing this. So yeah, I've got... I did buy, like I said, I bought Nilfheim yesterday. It's really, really interesting. Quite time intensive, so you need to be kind of, because there's a lot of things going on. It's like a survival side-scrolling game like Terraria / Minecraft. Only it's kind of like more focused on the surviving aspect, because you have to keep feeding your character, and resources start to run out and they become more and more scarce. It's really interesting, but it is heavy on the input. But I'd recommend it if I might do videos on it. I'm not sure, but it's a really good game. The art style is fantastic, and they've made a lot of improvements on the console release, because it was released on Steam recently, and there was a lot of aspects. I was watching videos before I bought it on Steam, and then when I bought it, I had a look at the what I saw in comparison, what they have, basically what they have ready now, and it's really good. They've improved. They've got like sort of not necessarily a multiplayer system online, but they have a way of basically you can create 4 clans. Your clan 1, and then the other 3 clans are kind of AI controlled characters that do the same thing as you. They chop trees, they build weapons, they upgrade stuff, and they actually, in the game, the main goal is to collect fragments, 22 fragments, beating all these bosses around the world. So you upgrade your gear, you survive, and then you go and fight these bosses, and when you do that you get fragments. The other characters, the other AI, hunt for these fragments as well. So if you can go to their castle and attack their castle and take it over, you get their fragments, and then obviously the game ends when you get all 22 fragments, which would probably take, but it looks of things, quite a long time. But it's a very interesting concept. It's kind of a fresh take on the whole survival sandbox games, and I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's really good. I did jump on Borderlands yesterday for a while, because I wanted to look into the sort of new event they've got going on this week where the bosses have better drop rates. I took a deep dive into the information on the website, and the weapons that the bosses have a higher chance of dropping are absolute fucking trash. I wouldn't recommend it. But next week they actually have rare monster spawns, I think what it is, or rare creature spawns. So I would recommend getting on Borderlands if you haven't in a while, and given these events that they've ongoing a go leading up to the Halloween event, because you might get something that you missed out on prior. I've got, like I said, I got platinum on it, so I'm not really interested in going back on it for the time being. But I did check it out to see if there's anything funky yesterday. There wasn't. So reading Hab's last message here. Do not play like you do with every single game till you burn out. Additionally, make a topic a week. I mean, that's a fair point. But like I said, I still want to stick to what I normally do. I think this game is broken, so let's leave this room. I still want to stick to what I normally do and upload, you know, funny clips and fun stuff with Hab and new games that come out and things like that. But this is just kind of me chatting shit for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and I'm going to upload it regularly. If you don't watch it, who gives a shit? If you do, you get to see what I'm up to, what games I'm interested in. Start playing older games in my library. I could do. I've got, like I said in my last video, I've got a fucking giant library of games that I haven't, games that I've bought that I've never played. It's sort of like my Steam library, but on PlayStation. So maybe I should do that. That's a good idea. Let's see, note down questions. Yeah, I've been doing that. Yeah, but basically this is completely independent. It's going to lead into other stuff obviously down the line, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to upload this tonight, and obviously you guys can post, like I said, post your comments. I'll answer all questions. I did actually make, funnily enough, for the lols, I made a subreddit called #qualitycontent, and that's not with a hashtag. That is literally the word #qualitycontent. So if you're one of the people who are actually interested in this video line, in kind of connecting with me, then get on that Reddit. I'll be actively monitoring it, and post your own videos, your own quality content, I guess, and I can discuss that in the videos, or you know, your own views. Best place to do it is the comments, but obviously you can use the Reddit as well to engage with me, and you know, I would assume Hab's going to get on that as well, so you can speak to him. You know, we're something of fame on YouTube. Obviously, we're very famous. We've got all those views every week. But yeah, so it's a work in progress. We get better. I'm targeting, like I said, an en masse amount of videos more so than quality over quantity, except opposite. But we're just gonna play a bit more here, and then I'm gonna close down the video. Leading up to the weekend, I'm not sure if there's anything going on in terms of the gaming world at the moment that I can discuss really. Rocket League, funnily enough, just to close this out, Rocket League have spoken about the credit system they're introducing. Now I'm going to talk about this more in detail in the next video, but they're getting rid of, if you haven't heard already, they're getting rid of loot crates completely and replacing them with what they're calling the blueprint system, and then they're getting rid of the keys and replacing them with what they're calling the credit system. Now, credits are going to be, just like they are now with keys, only buyable with real world money. And the blueprints are basically going to show you what would have been inside a crate, and you have the option to buy it. So they're trying to get around the new European laws against loot crate gambling by basically saying, you've randomly got this blueprint of this car, wheels, whatever. You can pay credits to get what you want out of this box, which is going to piss off a lot of traders, because as you know, if you go into a casual game, you get trade, whatever. A lot of traders, because the value of their items are about to tank completely, because if you know what you're going to get in a loot crate and it's going to be replaced with a blueprint, then the value of your items drop exponentially. The idea of the fact that your goal explosion or your car, your things like that are valuable is because the drop rate, while it is kind of public, it's difficult to tell how rare something actually is in that game, and not many people invest, because the game was free at one point, not many people invest money into Rocket League because of sort of the zero return on investment, because other people who trade with you might not necessarily have paid money for anything, and you know, it's just kind of, for lack of a better term, a waste of money at the moment. Some people love it, some people do, but the trading scene is something of a sort of a niche. You can only really trade if you've got, like, you're meeting with someone who has the same mindset as you, that they want to trade. But the idea of these traders on Rocket League are actually they're trying to grease you and get more money out of what you've traded to them. What you trade to them is going to be of more value than what they're giving to you, and they're going, like, if you've ever been in a trade in Rocket League, that is the case. Back when I didn't have keys, when I wasn't spending money on the game, the items I had in my inventory, I had so many items from playing the game, because I told you I've got level 190, nearly level 200 or something at the moment. The items I had in my inventory, because they were free drops, and I had a lot of limited items, not limited items, yeah, I would say a lot of limited items as well, but a lot of rare items, a lot of quality items, cool items. They weren't interested simply because they didn't come out of a crate and they held zero value on the market. So if you look and you go into a trade with someone and you have something that's from a crate, they will always first try and trade you something that they got from a match. They will always try and sort of trade valueless items for what you have, in the hopes that you go, oh, that looks cool, I'll have that, even though what you have that cost you keys or that cost you money or whatever it is, that's actually, they've basically taken money from you, and they know what they're doing. So if you ever go into a casual match, try this for yourself. Let this be your last message for this video. Try this for yourself. If someone says trade, say, and you're not someone who pays for keys, then say, yes, absolutely, I would love to trade, let's trade after this match or during this match, whichever these trading fucking leeches do, and offer all of your items in the screen, crates, everything that you got from matches, and watch how quickly they drop out of that trade. You will not get anything from them, and they'll have loads of these, like, you know, Zumbas and all that crap in their inventory, because they're the items that these kids, these people have basically, we're fucked, there's no one playing anymore, we're all gonna die, have basically rinsed off of other people, which is really unfortunate, because the trading systems for me is something that you need to be able to give and take, and I think with the introduction of credits and the blueprint system, I'm impressed that they've gone this way, but it's going to change the landscape of the game completely. It really is. They think it's going to be like a minor switch over, but there's been rumors that people are high-level streamers are being sort of paid off or rewarded for telling people how great the takeover of Epic was, which is a whole other issue in itself that I'm going to get into. I'm not going to get into right now, but I will if you want me to. But the idea that they've got these high-level streamers going to visit Epic conventions and things, and being told basically, hey, we'll give you all these nice things and give you preferential treatment if you tell people that us taking over from Psyonix is a great thing, which, as we all fucking know, it isn't. It really isn't. Psyonix, probably they got what they deserved in terms of probably a big payout. Their game's amazing. They did really well. They deserve to sort of crack their nest egg per se, but it's not the right way for the game itself to go. It's going to sort of kill the game, I think. in the long term, and people are going to drop out, like, because Epic have the attention span of a fucking snail when it comes to sort of service to the people, games as a service, or whatever you fucking call it. Like with Paragon, like Paragon for me is the prime example of a game that could have been, you know, I'm gonna get killed for this, but it could have been a Dota, League of Legends killer if it was done correctly, but they just didn't get the money back as quick as they wanted. They wanted instant sort of gratification for what they were doing, which is really, really shit, and a really, really shit mentality to have as a games designer. So I think they're going to do the same with Rocket League. They're going to think that they're going to get instant gratification and ruin the game for the rest of us. And that's my take on the overall, you know, current state of gaming at the moment. It's you know, positives in certain areas and downsides in others. Obviously with Modern Warfare, positive; Rocket League, major negative. And we'll have to, I was like the last guy left. We'll have to see where that takes us. Again, still waiting for Other Worlds, and we'll see how that game is and if it lives up to the hype. It doesn't have any pre-order bonuses, which is great. For the first time in a long time, I'm going to buy a game that doesn't have a pre-order bonus, but I'm very happy with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to keep this going. Check out the Reddit. I might make a Twitter if this gets enough traction, which it probably won't, but we'll see what happens. But thank you for watching if you watched this long. I'm going, just a heads up, if you are the guy that's watching this to the end, I am going to put secret codes in my videos if they get enough views over the next couple of months or so. I'm going to put secret codes in the video, and then in a month or two after I start providing these codes, there'll be a prize for someone who can name all the codes in these videos. Not doing it yet, and I will announce it when I'm doing it, okay? But thank you for watching this long, and I hope you stick around and enjoy what you've seen. Post comment below, and I will answer any questions, any sort of interesting topics you want me to go over. Basically, I'll steal your content, and that's pretty much it from me today. I've been your host, Wogawell. This is Quality Content, and thank you for watching.